And he opened jams. I love it. I love it. I love it. So basically, he could have ace king without any heart. That would make a lot of sense. How much am I getting? 38%. I cannot chat. Okay, fuck it, guys. Good luck. All right, all right, all right, all right. So far, no lag. Seems good. Got a visit from the internet guy who installed a new modem. So let's see if that does some wonders. Meanwhile, we 4-betted the ace 4, and now we get called 4-bet. In general, I think this range is quite tight. And you could call this, I'm gonna approach it a little bit more of a little bit more of a nittier way. Like if he's there, probably close, and just to keep myself in check, I will just to keep myself in check, I will just say like, okay, I ace-5 suited, I'll call. Kings here, we get donk bet, which I think actually is a good play. The turn he checks. I think with kings exactly we have a check. And on the river we have a value bet. But I think it's a good donk for him, as the 4-6 deuce is definitely a board I'm going to be pot controlling on quite a lot. As basically I will not raise deuces 4-6 on this table, and he will have them all. So basically donking will prevent me from pot controlling. If you guys didn't join the Discord community yet, you guys should join the Discord community. I guess we can start to create some milestones in our Discord community, see if we can get some cool, yeah, like achievement milestones. What would you like to see happening if we reach 1k subscribers, 2k subscribers? Is that a lot? Is that a little? I have no clue. How much do we have? I think 200. I'll leave the exact numbers up to Gilly, he knows best. But I'll leave the exact things that's gonna happen, I'll leave that up to the community. I think that's a good idea. Jam done. Okay, good luck. And we get general on the 2 table as well. Good luck. Resume hand. Oh shit, I have the cash out option still on. Oh, we're losing the first one. And we're chopping the second one. Wait, he cashed out? I hope he cashed out. Yes, he cashed out. That's good for us. Let's play a pot here versus the recreational. For the person who asked about tags, anything green. Don't know if you saw, but anything green is a fish. Or a recreational player. Is there anything like, can you use the word fish? Is that a thing? Or should I always say recreational? I rarely ever see content creators or streamers or something say fish. They always say recreational. Let me know if I'm allowed to say fish, yes or no. Okay, Gilly is making it hard to get into the Discord, but it's good stuff, guys. Actually, the newsletter as well is good stuff. We're releasing content on there that we don't release on social medias. I have my 3 lessons learned, which I always like to make. Usually at the end of the month, I get asked, Renee, what did you learn this month, my friend? And then I give them like a bunch of stuff that I learned. So if you want to know more about that, what I learn month by month, never stop learning, you should sign up to the newsletter. In the meanwhile, I'll take a little sip of my tea. And actually, I found out that you guys are basically watching nothing. And just because we're in the mood, we're going to go for a little 4-bet here. And it went through. Let's flop a straight flush here. Getting punished. Or we're gonna mix it quite small. We can still. I'm gonna cooler Go0se.Core here. Okay. Flop. Open ender. He checks. Definitely don't want to get check raised, so I'll check back. He checks again. This is probably the point I should do some betting. If he has ace king, I think he's just going to fold, right? Oh, and we got him with the good old 3-5 suited. If you could get coaching from anyone, poker, who's top 3? Quite interesting. Would say Limitless. Would definitely be one of them. Limitless. Who else? Who else I would get poker coaching from? Katja. Limitless, Katja. Limitless, Katja. I'm trying to think of the third one. Would love to be like someone creative, you know? What is the correct sizing here? I think I'll just bet a sizing for which I can value bet quite thinly. Who else do I think is... I want the creative... Basically, I'm looking for some people, you know, probably some people would have expected. Oh, of course, man, I'm forgetting creative player, Mr. Baron. Of course. I have to remove these other scenes. Or at least I cannot use the numpad, because basically the numlock keys, they refer to, I think, some old scenes that we used in... Oh, someone is interested. Hi there, Mr. Danny. So Mr. Danny, is Mr. Danny going to be looser or tighter, given that there's a fish here? I'm going to go for looser. So I'll be more inclined to slow play my aces. I want to show you how to make money in poker, guys. You should get 2 aces, have a low flop, call the 4-bet, and just let the guy do something. That's it. That's the secret. Daniel here from Russia. Nuts run out. Yes, sir. King 10. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Russia. Mother Russia. So that's how you do it, guys. That's it. It's as easy as that. Get aces and let the guy barrel off. Interesting question here from Holobean. Do you lose your skill when you just play very little, and how do you keep up to date to teach people while you don't play? I think actually understanding how to teach poker and understanding how to play poker, it's actually something different. And I actually found it to be hard to kind of balance the two. That's kind of the phase where I'm currently in. But people often mistaking like that a good player is necessarily a good teacher. It's something that sometimes gets overrated. Here. I think I have a call. Could I raise his hands? Could he have 8s? No. 10s I would raise, but 9s I guess I will just call. And in the meanwhile here, we're gonna cooler our friend Go0se.Core. Straight flush. Okay, well at least we have a pair. That's not bad. 9 high flop is 9 and an 8 is not very good because it will definitely connect with his 4-betting range. Here we make a small bet and he folds. And he opened jams. I love it. I love it. I love it. So basically, he could have ace king without any heart. That would make a lot of sense. How much am I getting? 38%. How much do I have? Oh, Go0se. Let's have 25% versus his made hands. He can have 9. He can have ace king without a heart. I think ace king without hearts are probably a good play. He could have a flush draw himself. He could have a draw himself like jack queen. This is quite close, but I'll hope for the ace king without a heart. I cannot chat. Okay, fuck it, guys. Good luck. Jack queen. Yes, he had the jack queen. I'll resume the hand. No, thank you. Oh, he hits! No way! Okay, fair. I like his jam. I think ace king without a heart there and jack queen are definitely good hands to jam with. And I mean, I still have like 25% or something versus his value range, so I think that is a good hand to play that way. I don't want to give away too much of the tags, but someone asking what is like the best tag. This is going to be super narcissistic, but I will explain. So the best rags are gold, which basically at some point I had like better rags that gold, you know, your Linuses, your big blind bets, your OTBs, they're all gold. And actually what I noticed when I started to play against them, basically because I had them tagged as gold, basically before the game even began, I was already 1-0 behind because in my mind I was like, I'm playing against a gold guy. And I noticed it would just fuck a little bit with my mind. We're flopping a set again? How is this possible? Only sets. They talked about this Twitch good run, guys. I'm really happy that I'm experiencing it. And is this crazy guy that we played against earlier that I forgot to tag? No way. So bad because this guy did do some funky stuff. But actually, to go back to that story, so I noticed that basically every time I would sit down against gold players, I would just already be 1-0 behind before the game even starts. So then I thought like, okay, I will use this psychology in my favor. So I untagged everyone who had gold and only made myself gold. So it's kind of a psychological confidence boost thingy. As you can see, now gold is only reserved for myself, Explode, and Poker Kluka, aka the Poker Ambition gang. Students, the students don't have the gold tag yet, but there's definitely a couple who are knocking on the door. And actually, there was another question which I started, never finished due to Mr. Sontheimer jamming all in with the Jack Queen. That kind of broke my thought process. Obviously, I had to think about that hand for a little while. But yeah, the question I think was if you lose your skill when not playing. So basically what I've done for the last 2 years, for the people who didn't see it, exclamation point YouTube. I think actually it's also one of the banners that sometimes comes by where it says, who is the wacko? Basically, I went in the lab for 2 years, you could say, mainly focused on trying to get a group of students up to a higher level, as I always thought that I did not necessarily think I was that special. I mean, I kind of thought like, well, I mean, if I can do it, then why can't someone else? Because I didn't necessarily think that I got poker to success due to me being talented or smart in some sort of a way. Okay, it's quite interesting. I'm getting 17%, but this checker is quite small. Actually, this could be a hand like 8-7, 8-9. Yeah. The problem though is if I call and I make my hand, I'm not even that happy, but I think I'll call and then make my hand and then be happy against the fun player and not be happy versus the reg. He checks. It starts. That really feels like a hand like 8-7, 8-9. He checks back as well. This can still be anything. Check as well. Okay, now we're probably beat unless he has 8-9. It's interesting. Okay. 8-9 versus A6. One time. Nines versus kings. Oh, I was very far off. So basically what Holodine asked. So I went in the lab for 2 years. I think I was there, right, with my story. Was in the lab for 2 years. Because I thought if I can do it, everyone can do it. That was kind of the story, right? Because basically I thought it was just like a couple things that I was doing well that was definitely explainable to other people. So we decided to focus on that. Okay, I've kind of lost my thought process here. 1 second. Man, playing and telling stories that have nothing to... Playing and commentating on the hands is not that hard, but playing and telling another story, that's something I have to get used to. But luckily we have the fold with an I that gives us some peace. So yeah, basically I don't think what it kind of came down to, if you're just basically studying poker and try to figure out how to best explain it, that's, I think, a part of the learning process. Basically, I think they have a saying, right? Like, you can only master something once you can explain it to other people. So actually, I thought that was kind of a part that was still missing in my poker career. So yeah, I think actually the fact that I went sort of in the lab for 2 years made me, first of all, a way better player and a way better coach. I mean, because you have to learn a lot of things that you do or that I did when I was just focused on playing. It's very intuitive. And basically, I would say that coaching or becoming a content creator or becoming a poker teacher, whatever you want to call it, is a big part of that is making the intuitive, trying to make the intuitive, translate the intuitive as something that you can explain, basically. I'll go for an overbetting. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? And actually, and that's actually, I thought a really cool thing about the coaching project that we did, basically, because in that process of trying to make your intuitive knowledge conscious and try to explain it, you actually spot a lot of flaws, because basically you say, yeah, I do this because of that and that. And when you want to explain something, I mean, you want to be sure that what you're trying to explain is right. Oh, I cannot use the numpad keys. Now we're at this table. So, you have to explain, and often I kind of catch myself like, oh wait, actually this is not even true. This was a flaw in my own game. This one's quite close. I was doubting between half pot, and I think the only thing here I can do is rip it in, but I'm not very happy about it. It's basically just a little bit better, I think, than calling, but yeah. And in the other board, we get tripled on. It smells a little bit like ace king flush does complete triple barrel. I mean, the thing is, ace 8 is probably an okay hand to call with compared to a hand like ace 10, ace jack. 10 jack, jack queen. He could bet bigger with a couple of those hands. Let's see it. 10 jack. Yes! Yes! Thank you, Explode, if you're watching this. Because we just got off a session that we did for our CFP for the upcoming lesson. And actually the concept that we talked about came back in this hand. So I'll dedicate this $300 to my good friend Explode, aka Flow Master. Importance of studying, guys. Never stop. You can still learn so much. Yeah, the 5-4, I mean, basically if you... Probably actually that hand we will put in the YouTube highlights. Basically, if you look at that hand, you will hear me say, name a couple of hands that he could play this way. And yeah, basically, if your opponent doesn't play those hands that way, yeah, you should not call. Because obviously versus only value, you don't do that well. I think here with King 10, it's quite interesting. Yeah, we should probably make a raise. We should probably make a raise. I'm not that happy about it. But I'm not that happy about it. Yes, he has a lower flush. Sometimes something also goes wrong, guys. If you have any more questions, come to the Q&A on Insta, which will start in 20 minutes. What else? No, that's it. Tomorrow again, 4 o'clock. thank you for all the people that are tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it.